Okay guys, I'm starting to feel like a crackhead over here. I gotta scratch this itch. I want one of those new MacBook Pros so badly. But I'm a music composer, I'm a producer, and I'm a mixing, mastering engineer, and I use a ton of plugins, and I can't just go upgrade my whole system and hope that it works. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's just impossible, and it's a bad idea. So I figured, hey, I better scratch my itch somehow, right? So I'm gonna make some upgrades. What this is a SSD NVMe M.2 bay enclosure that'll hold 4 M.2s. So what I got is 2 of them because I'm not filthy rich. These things are not cheap. We're going to upgrade our SSDs. We're gonna get a little RAID going, but also I'm gonna talk about why I'm not upgrading to the new MacBook Pros, the new OS on Mac, and why you shouldn't either. Let's get into it. One thing I do wanna note is you really don't wanna waste your money on getting like the 980s or above, like getting really, really fast SSDs, like brand new ones, because you can see here it's 3,500 megabits per second, which is huge. And any of these drive bays, any of the externals, they're not gonna go up that high even. So this is going up to 2,800, right? So you're gonna cap out on this, not on this. So don't waste your money on a super high performance SSD, one that does 7,000 megabits per second, and then have this thing capping out at 2,800.
Stop the cap.
So here's the enclosure itself. Just want to show this to you. It's pretty solid, has a nice big fan in it, and it's pretty small still too. But 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, and then you also get a little HDMI action, which is pretty cool. So I can run a screen through it. Here is the inside once you take the cover off of this thing, which it kind of slides right off. It's got a big fan on it, which looks like blows right over the SSDs. And it looks like there's a couple screws that I got to get off here so I can get this fan off. All right, now I've popped the fan off, unplugged the little connector. And we're gonna pop the SSDs in here, and I can see right here there's a little S1, S2, S3. So I'm just gonna install S1 and S2 bays, and then if I want to later, I can install 2 more 2 terabytes. So this thing will actually take up to 16 terabytes, which is really big. But I'm gonna try to go, 4 and put all my sample libraries I can onto the 4. And then if I need more space, I'll get 2 more 2 terabytes. So I'll have a total of 8 terabytes. Look how tiny these things are. This is like a stick of gum. It's so small. It's crazy to see this and like hold 2 terabytes of really fast speed storage in your hand. Computers have come so far, man. Okay, so we got it all set up. We got it all installed, 4 terabytes total. Now I'm gonna jump to the screen to the SoftRAID software that comes with the OWC. This allows me to make RAIDs with the drives. So I'm going to take these 2 drives, I'm going to make them 4 terabytes, and then I'm going to have a RAID that's going to be called Radium Samples-1. So I have, as you can see here, the 2 drives, the disk drives, and what I've done is combine them to make a Radium Samples drive, which is just 1 drive in RAID 0. RAID 0 means that they stripe across both drives, and it actually is supposed to speed up things as well, because these guys are working together, right? They're like, we're writing together, bro. Pretty sick. All right, so now that's all good to go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start testing this speed compared to what I was using for my contact libraries, just to see what the difference is. Now we get into the speed test, what you've been waiting for. I don't know, I get really nerdy about the speed stuff. So let's go into Blackmagic disk speed test. We're gonna pick my old drive. So the drive that I was reading and writing from for my sample library is a G drive in RAID. So I think it's like 2 drives, it's 12 terabytes, and I guarantee it's not very fast. Let's open it up. And let's hit this speed test start. Wow, it's chugging. So it looks like we're gonna get like in the 100 to 200 range on read and write. Really pretty slow. I think this disk is really more for storage, right? And backup and stuff like that. Yeah, this is why I'm excited about upgrading, obviously. All right, so there we go. We're looking at 105 megabits per second, 133.6 megabytes per second on the read. I mean, this thing is pretty slow. Let's check the RAID now with these guys.
It's working!
Woo! Okay, that's pretty quick, but it's not even getting half of the speed. This says 3,500. All right, so we're looking at like 1,200, 1,400. That's like not even like right around half speed which is kind of disappointing and kind of depressing, to be honest, because it wasn't cheap. But there you go. That's what you got. Hey, look, it's still a 10x improvement. That's almost 10 times better speeds than what I had. Let's do some real world tests within Logic, and we'll use something like the output libraries, and we'll see how fast they load, all right? The first test is going to be using the old drive. Okay, so I have analog brass and wins, and this is notoriously heavy, takes forever to load. So we're just going to drag and drop this into contact, and I'm gonna turn on a timer, and let's see how long this takes just to load. All right, drag and ready, go. I dropped it. It's going.
A few moments later.
All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. 1 minute, 53 seconds, 54, and is it up? Can we play it? There you go. All right, 1 minute, 59 seconds. So let's check with the new drive now. All right, here we go. This is the new drive. This is with the 970 EVOs, the NVMEs in RAID 0. Exact same test. All right, I'm gonna drag and drop. Ready, set, go. Okay, it's taking a second to drop. Oh, wow.
The prophecy is true.
Okay. There you have it. That's 11 seconds right there. That right there is kind of the proofs in the pudding sort of thing, right? 2 minutes versus 11 seconds. So this seems like a really good upgrade, and let's talk about what this costs, okay? Because I think that's really important as you go to upgrade stuff. The first thing is, okay, these guys right here, they went down in price, which is good. And I think that the MacBook Pros and their new SSDs really help these go back down in price. The new SSDs in the MacBook Pros, they read and write at 7,000 megabits per second, which is unheard of, right? You're looking at a speed right now of me loading this analog brass at right around 1200, 1400, okay? Think about 7,000. That is like just insane, like incredibly different world. These guys cost right now on Amazon, they're right around $240 a pop. So for two of these plus tax, you're looking at right around like 500 and some dollars, 530, something like that. And then the enclosure itself is going to cost you another 350 plus tax. So this upgrade by itself is almost around $1,000. So it's a very, very serious upgrade, right? If you have the computer, you have the CPU, you have everything set up, and you just want to give your computer a super boost on the sample libraries and the sample loading, this is a great upgrade to do, right? Now let's get into why I haven't upgraded to the MacBook Pros. Not for audio. I would do it for video if I was like working in Final Cut, because the GPUs, the 32 core, the 16 core GPUs. But the issue with audio is that we have a bunch of third-party vendors that really aren't going to catch up for a while, right? So if you do mix and produce and you use a lot of third-party plugins, you might run into where you can't even open up your sessions, right? So it's always, always, always important that you wait a little bit in the audio world. Don't always just jump the gun when it comes to upgrading. The second reason why I'm not upgrading is because I have an iMac and I really do need desktop speed. I need desktop storage, and I need all of the inputs and outputs, the I/O that the desktop usually gives you. I know they're going to come out with a new iMac. They're going to come out with the Mac Mini, and these things are just going to be really, really fast and really great. And they're going to have the same speed for the SSDs, and the memory is going to be all integrated with the CPU. For me, it just makes sense that I would wait. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to show you this upgrade, and I wanted to show you something that you could do right now to scratch that itch. And if you want to make these upgrades, these are pretty cool upgrades to make. All right, so thank you for tuning in. Smash the like button, drop a comment, and as always, like 82% of people watching these videos right now aren't subscribed to the channel, and it would be so awesome if you subscribed, because I'm going to keep dropping really dope shit. Okay, see you guys later.